Hey there, Splinterlands players. I hope you're all doing really well. This is Steven. I'm here again today to take part in the Share Your Battle Challenge. It's one of the funnest things to do every week, even though sometimes they make it hard, especially when they ask higher level players to make a video about a brand new rewards card. I mean, it's been around for a few weeks, but it's hard to have it at high level. So like a lot of other people, I had to buy a good amount of these. So let's go ahead and take a look at the card and we'll talk about it first. So the Gloridax Soldier, I like him. He basically is a new lower cost non-legendary tank for the Dragon team. One of the modes of the game, no legendaries, really hurts your ability to use your Dragon team. It almost makes it unusable. So more of these rare cards that you can play in that mode would make you still be able to use that high-level Dragon Summoner and put a couple dragons on the board, which is nice. He also features a new ability called Oppress. Oppress is meant to be a skill to allow you to better deal with cards like Lord Arius and the Cube. It's because he does double damage to anybody with 0 attack. There's a few other cards that plays into, but those are the two that you see on the battlefield a lot. So now you can throw this guy in the board, actually hoping that he fights Lord A, which is kind of interesting. But if you look as a melee monster, he's kind of made to do that. He has armor, decent health. At the highest level, he'll do 3 damage, doubled to 6. At the lowest, at the rest of these mid levels, he'll do 2 damage, doubled to 4. It really, though, because of Lord Arius' shield, it's just doing equal damage, but still doing 2 damage as a pop on him is a lot better than some tanks that cost 5 would end up doing, or about equal. And if you have any attack modifiers with him, they're doubled, so it would still add another damage. If you say got him to 4 and then he was doing 8, which would do 4. And if you're hitting the Cube, who doesn't have the shield, he's absolutely going to hit that thing extremely hard if you can get his attack up to 4 or 5 with some other cards that are boosting his attack. The other thing that's cool about him is he flies. Flying tanks are good. His speed's a little low, so he might not dodge as much as some other flying cards, but you still should see a couple dodges mixed in with shield ability allows him to probably live a little longer. His one weakness, and it's a glaring weakness, is high magic damage dealers. Now, I'm showing him at level 5 because this is the level that I won a game with him, but it was really only worked because I got to play a super sneak one where I could put him in the front row and he'd really only be fighting one other person. And so that works out pretty well. The other thing is, in a super sneak, you're not going to see as many mages. You might see somebody who decides to go all mages, knowing that you're going to have melee monsters and they want to blow them away, but not all the time. So I took that chance to play him because, let's face it, he's at 6 health and even at 8 health. There's many 2-mage combos that'll kill him, and he's only got 2 speed, so they might even kill him before he attacks 1 time. So that's the one problem with this card. He only costs 5, so he's probably more designed for the 23 and lower mana games. Anything higher than that, and you might see somebody running 2 or 3 mages that do 3 or 4 or 5 damage when they attack, and then they're just going to kill him too fast. So you have to look out for that. Don't play him in games where obviously there's going to be a lot of mages. So now that I've talked about the card quite a bit more than I usually do, we're going to go ahead and go check out my battle. I only have one to share where I won the game. I could share one where I got demolished, but I'm just going to focus on this one right here. This was a fun match, so I think it'll be a good one to watch. So, this was Super Sneak. I obviously, using him, hoping to be able to do the double damage to somebody. I got lucky, and look, there's Lord A. Now, you'll look at my cards here. I went with the Fire team, and I mixed in some of the Untamed cards. I want to show you something here. It's kind of interesting about this matchup. I have a level 5, a level 7 common, a level only 3 epic, a level only 2 legendary, a level 7 rare, and my only maxed out card at level 10 is my Ooze. And I'm going against a pure maxed out every single card life team on the other side. Who's going to win this fight? I think most of you would think, looking at this, that I'm about to get slaughtered, right? You're like, man, I ran into that guy with maxed cards. But let's go ahead and see what happens, because I have some abilities here that match up well against his abilities. And I'm a little bit faster than his team because he doesn't have any speed modifiers, and we're going to equal out on who slows the other player down. And my guys are just naturally a little bit faster, most of them. Not all of them, but most of them. The other reason why I'm going to do better than you might think is because he doesn't have his Thorns monster in his first back row position. He has it in the second back row position, meaning that my guys aren't going to be killing themselves against his person while they're sneak attacking. So, and then I have the armor repair, which is going to help me out a little bit, where he has a heal, but the heal only focuses on Lord A. Lord A is not doing any damage to me, so I can kill him later. And you'll see how this ends up working out. I know I talked through it a little bit before I went, so I'll go ahead and at least go to double speed. So he's got armor everywhere. Luckily, though, my guys do hit pretty hard. Right there, I just got rid of his shield so that he'll take damage the next time. And I'll admit, early on here, you're like, wow, there goes Hydra. You know, I'm in trouble. But we're just going to keep plugging away. Now I still have Thorns, so I've been chewing away at his armor, chewing away at his guy's health. And here comes, you'll see it there with that first miss. You'll see the key reason I put that card there is because dodge with Thorns and shield means that they're going to have a hard time killing him. And he lives a lot longer than I thought he was going to live. So here he takes out that guy. That's a very good move. There we go. There we go. Miss, miss. And now one of the key things here is that I take out that Thorns monster before I have to have my guy get hit again. There's another miss. Now he's even faster. And I'm still banging away on that Lord A for 3, which is nice. Then we got here that really clutch attack. Now I finally go down, but I go down taking out that armor. Then I take out the mage, so no more healing for him there. So now we're going to be able to kill that Lord A pretty quickly. And I've still been having my armor smith keep my tank in the front row completely fine as he's been hit, trying to kill that guy. There goes Lord A. And now, even though that card is a very good card, it's just not going to get through that many people. And I win the match. So it's pretty cool to see that even a match where I was clearly out-leveled, clearly behind a pretty good strategy of setting up my cards, let me win the game. And you saw that new card just sit there in the front and do what he was supposed to do. He didn't die. He pounded away on Lord A, and by the time it was time to kill Lord A, he was able to kill him quickly in a match where, even though it might not have looked like I needed him to do that, I'll just bring it up to look at it. Without that extra damage being dealt by the card to the Lord A, this guy might have started to do some havoc on these guys. Because once he died, if he got through him and started popping these guys off, because this guy was still plugging away, only doing 1 damage, whack, 1, 1, 1, 1, trying to get through that 9 life, and instead of doing with the attack buff, I guess it would have been 2, but still, instead of only doing 3, that 3 let me kill that guy in much less attacks, and then keep him from getting into these back row people. Obviously, this guy here, he's an all-star, dodge, 6 speed, has an armor. You're just not killing him quickly when you throw him on the back row. On super sneak, he's one of my favorite characters to put in this back area. I put Hydra first. That might have been a mistake, but it worked out. He was just kind of a meat shield to take some hits and have his Thorns do some damage, while the rest of them got ready to get through these back people. I hope you enjoyed watching my little battle here. I hope you liked me breaking down the card for you, and I really hope you take part in the Share Your Battle Weekly Challenge. I'm going to go ahead and end things right there. I hope you stuck around for the whole video, and I hope we keep growing Splinterlands as a community. Goodbye.